Oh, I'm recording. Hey guys. Oh my gosh. I want to do this as a follow up to my last video about the health issues I've been having that I shared with you guys. And for those of you who didn't watch the video, I will create a link and I'll put it up here somewhere. It'll definitely be in the information section below. Oh, look at my bun, y'all. This is all my hair. Follicleanse. And it's still 40% off. I'm just saying, save your money and try an awesome product. I love this stuff. So addicted. Anyway, um, what was I going to say? Oh, so this is a follow up to the video I made about my health issues. And I had shared with you guys that I will be transitioning to a veganitarian kind of diet, and that, oh wow, I could have parked there. And that I'm also removing gluten from my diet because I found out that I'm gluten intolerant. So, the whole gluten intolerance thing, I'm going to go into more detail about what that is and what it's about. And then I'm also going to, as you know, you guys asked, I will vlog this veganitarian journey along with this whole gluten free diet journey, so you guys have a feel for what I'm doing and what I'm eating each day and that kind of stuff. Um, but in that video, I share it with you guys that I tested. You know what? There was a time where if you were backing out of a spot, people didn't just fly by the back of your car so they could. That is such a pet peeve of mine. It's that. So people are no longer like courteous drivers. Like there was also a time where if you had to, I know I'm going on a tangent, y'all, but there was a time where if you needed to parallel park and you were on like a residential street or a street like that where there was one lane of traffic or what have you, the person behind you would stop, and then you would get in your parking space, and the people behind them would stop until you got in your parking space. Today, watch, try to parallel park, and if you will, and note how many people will just fly by the side of your car. They'll just fly by the side of your car. You'll probably almost hit them, while you're trying to get back, turn, on an angle, and the front of your car is still out on an angle like this, but the back of your car is like in the spot. You'll have people that'll almost sideswipe you because they don't want to wait for you to get in your parking spot. Like, when did we become so busy that we cannot wait 2 seconds for someone to get into a parking spot and are willing to go into like oncoming traffic in the opposite lane, just because we don't want to wait a minute, 30 seconds, or whatever for somebody to get into their parking space. I don't get that. I don't get that. In any event, um, this gluten thing, I've had the worst last 3 or 4 days, guys. As I told you, I tested myself to kind of figure out if I was gluten tolerant. And one of the ways I did that was to completely remove gluten from my diet and see if my symptoms subsided. And they did. And then just to double check, I went ahead and I added gluten, um, foods with gluten in it back into my diet. And the symptoms came back. And that's how I concluded, yep, I have an allergy to it. You can also go to your physician and stuff like that. But, it's also something that you can tell if you know your body, on your own. But since the symptoms have come back, I have had such a horrible time. Um, Several of the symptoms have returned, but the worst symptom is the skin sensitivity. And it is horrible. It makes me feel horrible. And, before I didn't have the skin sensitivity to this degree. But I don't know if it's because I removed my diet and then I just like went for broke. Like I had a totally unrestricted diet. I was bad, y'all. And so I don't know if, it's because of that. I had so much gluten in my system and I, after I didn't have any in my system for so long. So it has come back with a vengeance, and this skin sensitivity is the worst. Your skin becomes like super, like every sensation, every nerve ending you have on your skin is like super stimulated. It's almost like I want to say it burns, but it's not quite like a burn. It's like the sensation you have when you if you've ever had sunburn. That's what it feels like, and you get it like all over. So I had it on my legs earlier this week and that kind of went away, but then it came back on my arms with a vengeance. And last night it was even on the palms of my hands, and I've never had it on the palms of my hands. Um, so I am looking forward to beginning this journey and feeling better. But I know some of you guys were asking about my blog, and my blog, I have to really look at it to figure out the best way to subscribe to it. But there are a couple of methods. You could subscribe and then have the updates come to like your Yahoo feed, or they have another feed that it can come to. But then on my on the page, and I'll create a link below as well, when you go onto my blog page, if you scroll down the page, you'll see something called like networked blogs or something like that. You can also subscribe that way. That's the easiest way to me to subscribe. And I think you have more choices and flexibility that way if you don't use the Yahoo feed or the other. I think it's RSS feed. So just wanted to make you guys aware of that. I'm so glad that you're interested in following this journey with me. I'm so excited to have your support. And I'm hoping that we can, get healthier together. Not everybody is going to become a veganitarian or go gluten free. But I think if we can incorporate some things into our diets that help us to become healthier, help to improve our long term quality of life, and be here for a longer period of time and have a more enjoyable time, um, because our bodies are working, right? We have less sickness, hopefully. But hopefully we can kind of do that together, and we can find little bits and pieces of things that we can carry forward with us. As we move through this journey. So these things are principles I'm going to be carrying forward as a lifestyle choice. But I'm looking forward to learning from you guys, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys again, little pieces that maybe you can incorporate into your lives as well. All right. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.